If you're a local marketer, then get ready for the most important pop quiz of your career. Are you ready? Here goes. What are the 3 little words that you can say to any business owner in your area this week that will have them cutting you a sizable check on the spot, faster and more easily than anything else you could possibly say? Now, I'm talking about a new twist that's hitting the local marketing landscape in the next few months that already has otherwise reasonable business owners tripping over themselves in a desperate effort to hire you for a service that you can fill in just 60 minutes flat. Now, we're going to reveal to you those 3 words in just a minute in this very video, where you're about to learn 3 words that really can mean the difference between a cash-rich conclusion to this year or one that leaves you scared, clientless, and wondering where all the money went. Now, to make sense of all this, we've got to have a little talk about timing, because timing is important. Just ask this guy. Yep, missing the call in the moment can be painful on the track. But in business, it's career suicide. And if we're honest, we're bound to notice that from the Carnegies to the Sergey Brins of the world, every serious fortune in modern history has been achieved by somebody who saw something coming that nobody else did. And unfortunately for the rest of us, the epic changes don't come with flashing red lights. Just think, most of us watched in our lifetime as Wikipedia killed off door-to-door encyclopedia salesmen, killing off tens of thousands of jobs. Within a few short months, we watched as sites like Snapfish upended a corporate giant like Kodak. We watched as eBay killed off the used clothes industry, faster than spam killed Nigeria's reputation. It's funny, but then again, not so funny. In all of these cases, technology came, technology conquered, and it didn't ask permission before turning these tried and true industries on their head. It just happened. And lately, it's happening more often. As technology races ahead at blurring speeds, those who are caught off guard increasingly land themselves an unexpected date with the unemployment line, while those who are ahead of the curve can find themselves on the receiving end of their very own entrepreneurial empire. Hi, I'm Russell Brunson, and I'm the founder of .com Secrets Local, the #1 training and certification company for local marketers in the United States. Taking time away from that business to deliver this, an all-important message to warn you and prepare you and to educate you, the local marketer, on what I believe is the next big thing to hit our industry that will, like all great disruptions, turn thousands of local marketing businesses upside down and leave the few who are prepared a total chokehold on the local landscape for years to come. And if you want even a shot at making it to the playoffs in this battle of the wits, you'll get a pen and a paper and a pint of Red Bull at the ready to ensure that you don't miss a word of it, because this one message you can't afford to miss. Now, if I told you there was a $38 billion opportunity on the horizons for local marketers that's already changing the way that every single business does just about everything, would you know what I'm talking about? And I'm going to give you a hint.
To pass, you must know that one of us always lies.
And the other one always tells the truth.
I don't really give a shit. I've got Google Maps.
Yep, you guessed it. I'm talking about the smartphone app revolution. Now, unless you've been living in an underground bunker, you may have noticed that of late, iPods, tablets, iPads, and the droids, and the $9-figure app industry that tags along with it, is on a growth curve that would give Evel Knievel the heebie-jeebies. It's app mania, and it's here, and it's currently blanketing the nation and the modern world as we know it, changing just about everything. App mania is still in its infancy, and it's already changing the way we make purchases, the way we get our information, and the way we communicate, stay informed, and entertained. Among other things, it's in the process of dethroning the personal computer and the internet from an impressive 15-year run as the go-to communication device for mankind. But most importantly for us, the app revolution is already creating a completely new and completely rabid demand for apps by over 26 million small businesses in the United States alone. While most app developers have been busy trying to create the next iFart, which sort of reminds me of this. And you know what's really funny about that clip? The guy really thought he was jamming, kind of like the way most people are approaching the current app boom. We know that we use them, and we buy a course or two about how to make money with them. In fact, we may have even started our own app business in the hopes of becoming the next gaming app superstar. And we think we're part of it. Meanwhile, we reject what is without a doubt the biggest and the brightest opportunity breathing right down our backs in our very own backyard with fever-pitch demand from small businesses with cash at the ready, scrambling and desperate to find anybody who can bring their business into the app era before they become irrelevant. Now, we're talking about nothing short of the biggest demand for local marketing help that local marketing has ever seen. So why aren't we offering app creation, app marketing, and other app-related services to our local clients now? Well, let's be blunt. Most of us haven't yet because we still haven't figured out how to launch a successful app ourselves, let alone figure out how to sell them to others. We're also learning that app creation, well, it isn't cheap. Just to buy a course on app marketing seems around about $2,000 these days, inside of which you're going to learn that you still need to shell out another $2,500 to an overseas developer with a heavy accent, who somehow it seems his power mysteriously goes out every time his work is due. Now, if you try to systemize the process with some kind of automated solution, you'll quickly find out you're going to be shunned from Apple and the Droid stores faster than a kid with a Cosmo in Sunday school. So to most of us, building apps is a pain, and for that reason, apps have been noticeably left off the menu of services that local marketers offer. But that didn't stop the demand. In fact, it got bigger, and now the water's boiling over the pot. I've been doing local marketing for almost 5 years now, and I can tell you that I've never seen anything like it. Business owners are twisting my arm to build them apps with almost no regard for price. And until recently, I couldn't do it. So I just sat there in front of the biggest transition in technology to hit business since the advent of the website with my hands tied, because I simply couldn't sell a service I can't be sure would be delivered as expected. Now, this frustration somehow morphed into adrenaline because I spent the next few months completely juiced to find somebody who had the answer. And after a steady few weeks of gray hat spying and prying on the inner workings of the app creation industry, I saw a ray of light peeking through the clouds that seemed like it was heaven sent. Somebody out there who'd actually been through this and cracked the code. I want to introduce you to Damian Zamora, a name you're going to want to jot down. Now, I did my research on him, and you really should too. He's got a well-earned reputation as a renegade. For instance, when entrepreneurs and home-based businesses couldn't accept payments online a few years ago, Damian's the guy who headed straight for the 3 major banks. He strong-armed his way into their corporate offices and started striking deals. The same deals that make a lot of the e-commerce on tens of thousands of sites you use possible. Now, that was a breakthrough then. But what Damian is doing now was bigger, way bigger. When I saw it in action, I nearly exploded from the excitement because while I was busy trying to figure out how to get a single app created affordably, Damian was busy dominating the entire local market at will, selling ready-made apps for businesses, literally 10 at a time. It was almost like the old Wild West days of website flipping were back, only way faster and way more profitable. He could literally churn out 10 complete original apps in a single day, each of them fully functional, fully supported, completely original with stunning graphics, and the creative utilities that every business needs to make a splash, like this. And of course, he was able to get them approved and adored by Apple and Google Play marketplaces. And in the rare chance that one of these businesses' apps didn't get approved by Apple, he actually found a backdoor for local businesses to get their apps on their customer phones, completely bypassing the Apple marketplace. And all of this with almost no overhead. Every app was slated for a buyer, and since he was basically the only one doing it, he was creating an almost effortless fortune helping these small businesses get exactly what they needed before he even completed their app. Now, apparently he saw what was coming down the pike in local marketing, and he wasn't going to take it sitting down. He worked with a team of Apple and Android experts to this underground project of his to create the software platform which allowed him to waltz around any commercial area simply saying the 3 words that make every one of them woozy with delight. Here's your app. And in the mind of these local technophobic business owners, the fact that he was coming in with quotes that were anything less than $10,000 made him an instant rock star in their minds. And of course, if they can be escorted through the process by someone who actually speaks English as their first language, well, then you've got them at hello. Now, I saw what Damian was doing for what it was. A chance to completely blow the app market wide open to small businesses who were in the know. And a chance for you and hundreds of other local marketers all across the globe to go to town in your hometown, picking up check after check with the here's your app 60-minute dream offer all day, every day if you so choose. Or just do what Damian does, which is travel the country's hotspots on a perpetual vacation while building and flipping apps for an hour to pick up the tab for every excursion. I want to welcome you to an opportunity that comes by once in a lifetime if you're that lucky. A chance to grab your hefty fistful of the $17.5 billion local app marketing opportunity while utilizing Damien software and Damien's team to do all the dirty work to get the apps you need for your local marketing up and approved and sold at a shameless profit so that you can become a highly celebrated, overpaid, certified local app broker.